Gonna take you down, deep down to the front line. You woke up this morning, got yourself a gun.
Hi everybody, this is Miss B, and as you can see, I'm back in the kitchen with another recipe. Today we're going to be cooking once again with some boondockers, and this time it's going to be the bold and spicy barbecue sauce and marinade. Now, I just call this the one pot whatever, because it's whatever you want to throw in there. There is really no recipe to go by on this one. This is something that I kind of came up on my own. So right now I got a big pan. I'm heating that up with some oil in there. I went ahead and cooked up some bacon, as you can see. You can also choose to have either chicken or steak or pork, or if you just want to do a plain vegetarian dish, you can do this vegetarian also. I also have some peppers here, some red, yellow, and green, and of course a good amount of shredded cheese. The cheese is to your liking. This one I'm using some sharp cheddar and then some mild cheddar. And then I have 2 bags of diced potatoes. Now if you want to dice your own potatoes, you can go ahead, but this is what I'm using for tonight. So it looks like I got the heat going. So what I'm going to start off with is some onion, and don't forget the onion. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. Now, one thing I will tell you is if you're going to use bacon, I would go ahead and save the bacon grease, because you're going to want to have that bacon grease flavor incorporated in with your onions and your potatoes, because it just will taste that much better. Just saying. Otherwise, if you're cooking with some other kind of meat, then it's just the oil of your choice. I happen to be using olive oil for right now. I'm putting in a good chunk of onion in here, as you can see. Now, once again, you can determine how much onion and how much vegetable or peppers or whatever vegetable that you want to use to put in your pan. Just make sure that you've got a good sized pan in order to do this, because you are putting quite a few things in here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put some pepper in here. You can add some salt there too if you like, but I figure there's enough salt in the cheese. I don't need to really add any extra as far as that goes. Okay. I'm doing the onions over a medium heat. I don't want to overcook them, but I just want to get it to the point where they're kind of sweating, so that we also will taste the onion in the potato. We want to make sure to get that potato to absorb as many flavors as we possibly can. Go. And I think that's going pretty good. While these are finishing to cook, I just wanted to take a minute to mention that we have another Justin's Final Mission that is currently going on. This time it is geared towards a woman. It's a woman's build. So if you want to check that out, the hashtag Justin's Final Mission, and the link will be down below my video. It will cost $10 for each donation that you want to make, and once we reach our $5,000 goal, we'll be going ahead and raffling off that rifle. I do have pictures of it, and I did show it in previous videos, so if you're interested too, you can go check those out on my channel as well. And also, please don't forget, on HornetFixer.com, we also have the fundraiser that should be winding up for Mr. Holster. They're doing an awesome giveaway for him to raise money to help him with his cancer and all of his bills that he's incurred at this point in time. Okay, so now I got the onions a little bit on the brown side. What I want to go ahead and do is add my peppers first. Let's get those incorporated in there. See what I mean by you're going to need a pretty big pan in order to do all this? And apparently I can't decide on which spatula I want to use this evening, so I'm going back and forth between the two. Smells so good. Now the bacon's already cooked. I cooked that up ahead of time. So that's going to be the last thing that's going to go into your pan here. And I like the idea of just doing everything in one pan or one pot. It's simple, it's easy, and it's tasty. Okay. Finish to let those cook with the potatoes in there. So I'm going to go ahead and add my cube potatoes, and that's what they look like. They're just these little cube potatoes. And like I said, if you want to take the time to chop up your own, more power to you. But for tonight, because I'm trying to make this a little bit on the quick and easy side, I went with something that you can just get at the store. Alright, let's give this a few turns. We want to make sure that we're getting the oil and the onion and the pepper all over and coated onto these potatoes. Oh, and I dropped a couple of things there. Shelby's going to have a heyday. That's kind of a little on the sloppy side. Okay. I think I got these coated pretty well. I'm just going to put a touch more pepper in here. And I'm going to stir it up one more time just to make sure we got everything rocking and rolling. I want this all to meld together. Now, if you didn't want to add cheese, you don't have to add cheese. You could obviously keep that step too. But here's to give you an idea of what it looks like so far. Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead, pop this on the back on my stove. I'm going to finish cooking this up. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. This should probably take, I don't know, probably 15 minutes or so. You want to make sure that you cook it long enough so that the potatoes are starting to turn brown. Okay? Back with you in just a minute. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I have these cooking, and this is what it looks like so far. We're going to go ahead now and add our bacon in there. And you can use this as much or as little bacon as you want, or whatever kind of meat that you choose, or if not, maybe some different vegetables for those that want to do a vegetarian dish. Okay, get that out of the way. And then what we want to do is just get this mixed in there. Oh, a free piece of bacon for Shelby. Oh boy. Maybe life is good when you can get free bacon. Give that just a minute there to kind of heat up again, because like I said, I cooked the bacon ahead of time. This is a good dinner, I think, that you can have, you know, for dinner by yourself like this, or if you wanted to do like what I'm doing with the bacon, maybe you want to go ahead and incorporate this in with maybe a rest of your breakfast. The nice thing about this dish is that you can have it for any meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You can have it as a main, you can have it as a side, you know, whatever you think you want to do with it. And that's the nice thing about this is it's very versatile. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the boondockers in there. You can use as much or as little as you want. It's completely up to you, but you want to just make sure that when you're doing this, that you're getting all of the potatoes coated. Really nicely. Now they do have a different barbecue sauce too, boondockers, and that's not as spicy as what I'm using too. So if you wanted to dial it down and use something maybe a little bit different, say that's not maybe so spicy or gives such a kick, you can do that. For those of you that like things spicy, I'd start off with this and then maybe put your own pepper in it like KB likes to do. He likes to add his own pepper. Make sure I got this all coated. Looks like it's doing good here. Okay, let me just take this off the stove and bring it over. And this is what it'll look like. Okay? So you just want to make sure that you get all your potatoes coated. Give it a couple of minutes to let that barbecue sauce meld into those potatoes, get everything melded together. This should taste really good together with the onions and the peppers and the bacon and the barbecue sauce. Okay. And then the last step that you want to do is make sure that you got your potatoes spread out all across the pan, like so. And then what you're going to do is add your shredded cheese, which I don't know what the heck happened here with this stuff, but I'm going to put that kind of off to the side. I don't know. It's rather strange. Alright, and then what you're going to do is just top it. Now I shred my own cheese. I don't buy the pre-packaged stuff just because it has more crap in it than a block of cheese. Now of course if you wanted to make this a little bit more healthy, you would not put the cheese on there. Maybe use chicken instead of bacon. Okay. Ooh. Got some escapees. Alright, that's all covered. You just want to make sure that you get enough to cover your whole top. Put your lid on there and let that melt for a minute or two. And I'm going to clean up that cheese right there. Geez, Shelby, you're getting all kinds of goodies and freebies tonight. Aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Now, for this, I used most of the bottle. Okay. Now, keep in mind that I doubled the recipe because I wanted extra so that I can make sure to have some to take for lunch tomorrow for work. Otherwise, you can just use one package of potatoes, or I would say if you're going to chop and dice your own, probably 4 or 5 medium-sized potatoes would work just fine for cutting and cubing them. Okay, I'm just going to let this finish melting, and then I'll be back with you in a minute to dish it up and give a taste, and we'll go from there. Alright, back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. The cheese has melted, and I'm just going to take this off the stove, give you a quick look at what it would look like in the pan once it's done. right. Grab a little bit here. Put it on the plate. Oh, look at that piece of bacon. And that's pretty much what it'll look like when it is all done. All right. So there you go. It's one pan, whatever, cooking with boondockers. Because there really is no title. You want to try this?
What other title do you need? More boondockers.
No, I know that there's probably not going to be enough boondockers on there for you, so I know you're going to pour some more on there.
Oh, that's fully adjustable.
Yes, I know.
Gotta get some bacon though.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. I hope you give this recipe a try. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I know that I did get some stuff from Hornet Fixer to do Cincinnati chili, so I'll have to look into that in more detail, and maybe that one will be next on tap. I'm not quite sure. So there you have it. That's it. So enjoy your week, and this is Miss Bomey saying good night, good eats, wherever you are.